Kumusta po mga ka-One Luna, One Luna Nation? At kasama po natin yung ating co-host,
Magandang gabi, attorney. Magandang
si
gabi sa ating
Mona
mga
Yamat.
kababayan.
So
I'm
bago
very
po
happy.
tayo magsimula ngayong
Apo.
episode na to, Mona, mamaya bibigyan kita ng pagkakataon.
Apo.
We would like to greet yung ating mga kuya, ate at bunso sa The Fraternal Order of Eagles na palaging nanonood sa atin dito sa One Luna. Tapos yung ating mga kababayang OFW here and abroad. Grabe po ang suporta ng OFW community sa One Luna. Maraming salamat. At sa ating mga Generation X at saka Millennials, no? Gusto nating pasalamatan muna kasi yung previous episode natin, yung episode 3, ay napakaganda ng feedback at saka reactions and support that we got from the groups of the Millennials at saka Gen X.
Opo.
So, saludo po kami sa inyo. Ang One Luna po ay nagpapasalamat ng lubos sa ating mga young and very vibrant, empowered na mga netizens na sumusuporta sa programa. Mona, baka meron ka rin gustong batiin bago tayo magsimula sa programang ito.
Ayun. So, maraming salamat for having me again tonight, attorney. So, every time na andito ako, no, masaya lang sa studio mo. So, ayun, maganda naman yung feedback natin sa mga past episodes natin. Actually, yung TikTok mo, attorney, talagang nag-boom. Ang daming nanood. Ang galing mo daw sumayaw, attorney.
Napa-TikTok tayo last time. At saka yung ating mga women's group,
Opo.
grabe rin ang suporta sa One Luna. I think because you are here, you're my co-host, at the same time, tayo naman ay very fair, no? Plus yung LGBT community.
Opo.
Maraming salamat. Saludo po kami sa inyo. Women's group, LGBT community, and of course, our usual audience sa One Luna. So, bago tayo magpapatuloy, we would like to inform our public, yung ating audience, na ang One Luna po ay brought to you by Brown Pond Productions. At ito po ay pwedeng panoorin every Thursday, 8 p.m. No?
Opo.
Sa FB at TV Koto Official.
Sa YouTube channel po natin at TV Kuto Channel.
At sa Twitter
Po natin at TV Kuto Official. And we have other program, attorney, no? Yung,
meron din yung Women, every Tuesday yan Mona at alas 10 ng umaga.
At yung Eagles Hour, coming soon na yon.
Opo. So, yung ating TV Koto at Brown Pond Productions ay patuloy na nag-improve ng kanyang mga programa for the good and interest ng ating mahal na mga kababayang Pilipino. Na ngayon ay we are still into this pandemic but slowly but surely salamat po Pangulong Duterte at ng IATF and DOH bumababa na po ang cases ng COVID-19 sa Pilipinas and probably soon magkakaroon na tayo talaga ng vaccine. So yan po ang ating idinadalangin sa ating mahal na God, no?
Opo.
Ang ating
Opo.
mahal na Diyos na sana ay malampasan po natin lahat itong challenge na ito. In these trying times, we hope and pray that eventually the pandemic will be gone and we will go back to normal life.
New normal na.
Oo. So,
Opo.
hindi naman tumitigil ang ating gobyerno
Opo.
sa
Alam ko
pagsugpo sa virus.
diba, attorney? Nag-reserve na ng vaccine ng ating...
May kontrata na pinirmahan, initial ng ating gobyerno. Alam mo naman si President Duterte, mahal na mahal niya ang Pilipino, mahal na mahal niya tayo, at hindi susuko ating Pangulo at ang gobyerno until the last victim of this virus gets well. Yun po ang palagi sinasabi nating Pangulong Duterte that minsan yan hindi masyadong natutulog because he has been trying to find ways and means para matulungan ang Pilipino mabigyan ng ayuda. So salamat po Pangulong Duterte.
Thank you po, President.
Kayo po ay hulog ng langit and I will always admire you as our leader. Tatay po kayo ng ng Pilipinas, no?
Opo.
Namin. You are the father of the nation and we salute you for all the dedication and love that you have been pouring to us dito sa ating bansa. So, ngayong gabi, meron tayong isang napaka-husay, special guest, honorable man, as he is, the incumbent Local Water Utilities Administrator, dating Congressman Jesse A. Lapus.
Administrator Jesse Lapus.
I think interesado ka muna na magtanong mamaya, no?
I heard mapuwan si administrator. Kaya
Yes.
sobrang proud ako doon.
And our topic is water lang naman.
All about water.
All about
which
water.
is essential sa buhay ng Pinoy.
Pangalawa yan sa pinaka-basic. From food, then water, no? Di ba? So, mamaya po, mga ka-One Luna Nation, ang programa po natin ay mag-interview kay Jesse A. Lapus, Administrator ng LUA, at malalaman natin kung ano bang latest sa mga policies delving on water sa Pilipinas. At si Mona mamaya, naghahanda yata si Mona ng mga questions para kay Administrator.
Kasi nakaka-proud attorney nung nalaman ko na alumni din pala si Administrator, he is also a Mapuan. Alam kong isa siyang magaling na tao. Kasi pag Mapuan ka, talagang
Mapuan ka yata That's why you are all praised.
Kaya proud talaga,
Pero sa totoo lang, yung mga taga-Mapua, especially mga engineering graduates,
ibang galing yan.
One of the best, if not the best in the country yan. And I'm very proud to say na si Mona here is a graduate of Mapua. And of course, our guest mamaya, si Administrator Jesse A. Lapus, ay isang Mapuan. Graduated or finished his engineering, civil, sa Mapua. At malapit lang po ang university dito ng Mapua. So, Mona, dito sa ating programa, tayo palaging nagsasabi na ang One Luna po ay show o programa ng tao. Hindi lang po ito kay dating Commissioner Luna, kay Mona, my co-host here, and Brown Pond Productions.
Hindi para sa lahat.
Ito ay programa ng lahat ng tao ng Pilipinas at ang ating mga kababayan ang ating sinisilbihan dito. Lalo na ngayong may problema tayo dito sa virus, sa COVID-19. The more One Luna serves as a vehicle para kayo ay ma-entertain at ma-inform.
Kasi usually ito na yung parang outlet ng mga Pinoy na makapag-relieve ng stress. And One Luna is one of the platform na pinapanood ng tao ngayon. Kasi
we are a vehicle, instrumento po tayo
isa na sa pinapanood talaga.
Para ma-inform po natin ang ating mga mamayan kung ano bang latest. At the same time, nagdi-discuss din po kami na mga nagbabagang issues and concerns na sa tingin namin ay makabuluhan at makakatulong po sa atin sa transition natin. So, we have a very good production team here at ako ay nagpapasalamat
sa
Brown Pond production team at sa TV ko to dahil sa kanilang kasipagan maganda yung naging kalidad ng ating episodes 1, 2, 3 at 4. Ngayon we are on episode 5 na itong water thing na mamaya i-articulate lalo ni Administrator Jesse A. Lapus, dating congressman ng Tarlac and a good friend of Attorney Manuelito Manny Luna. So mamaya ang kabayanan po mga kaibigan, mga ka-One Luna, dito po sa One Luna. Okay, nagbabalik po ang One Luna sa TV Koto by Brown Pond Productions. At kasama ko yung aking magandang co-host
Ay, thank you, attorney.
na si Mona Yamat.
Magandang gabi.
Ngayong gabi, Mona at mga kawan Luna, meron po tayong napakahusay, magaling at mabuting tao na guest. One of my idols sa serbisyo publiko. Siya po ay walang iba kung hindi ang administrator ng Local Water Utilities Administration. So, bago po tayo magsimula sa ating tanong kay Administrator Jesse A. Lapus, gusto po natin bigyan siya ng few minutes para i-introduce po niya yung sarili niya para makilala natin ng lubusan, mga kawan Luna, kung sino po si Administrator Jesse A. Lapus. So, Administrator Jesse Lapus, shoot, we want to know yung background po ninyo bago po kayo pumasok sa LUWA.
Well, bago po pumasok sa LUWA, first, Jesse A. Lapus, no po. Bago pumasok sa LUWA, I was a congressman for 2 terms, 2007-2013. I was director of Banco de Oro Leasing and Finance Company. Well, I was into the NGO assisting the farmers in my district.
So,
Until I was appointed by the President in March 28, 2017.
So, bago yon, meron ho kayong background sa, ang nalaman ko sa research, may background ho kayo sa engineering. So, anong klaseng engineering po ang tinapos ni Administrator?
I graduated from Mapua
Wow.
Institute of Technology,
Idol.
Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering.
Alam mo ba,
Hindi ko na po sabihin ang date.
alam mo ba, Administrator, my good friend Jesse A. Lapus, yung aking co-host is an alumna.
Oh, so in Mapua po,
ng Mapua.
administrator. Civil engineering din po. I graduated year 2017 po.
Oh, so, taga Mapua pala kayo parehas. Ako lang pala ang hindi. So,
I'm proud.
Oh.
Na.
Well, kailangan po siguro mag-aspire siya para maging member ng FOMI, Foundation of Outstanding Mapuan, wherein presently I am the president.
oh, yun pala, Mona. So,
I will be honored to join the...
you have to be active sa alumni ng
Opo.
Mapua. And with Administrator Jesse Lapus on board, wala kang problema doon. I know him very well because I've worked with Administrator Lapus when I was a commissioner sa Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission. And I tell you, mga kawan Luna, isa ito sa mga idolo natin, one of the most hardworking, visible, at marunong na public servant. Of course, yung iba marunong rin, magaling rin. Pero iba talaga si Jesse A. Lapus because he had served in the other department or branch of government, which is Congress. Kaya alam niya yung polisiya, ang policies that are needed for a better service ng tubig sa ating bansa. So, Jess, my first question would be, ano ba ang mandate ng iyong opisina, the Local Water Utilities Administration?
Well, ang LUWA po was created through PD 198, 1973 ni President Ferdinand Marcos. Ang mandate po nito ay to provide the water sa household na ginawa nila through water district. So ito po ay created agency para mag-create din ng mga water districts distributed nationwide.
So, tama.
Sa kasalukuyan po, we have 532 water districts.
Tama po ba, Administrator Jesse A. Lapus, na yung mga concessionaire sa Metro Manila ay hindi sakop ng inyong mandato?
Nung unang panahon po, meron tayong tinatawag na NAWASA. Ang NAWASA po was national, lahat po yan. Then, binrate po nila. naging MWSS and Local Water Utilities Administration. So doon po naghiwalay ang Metro Manila at saka yung mga probinsya.
Okay, so that clarifies it, no? So kung sa Metro Manila, iba yung mga concessionaires diyan. At ito ay malalaki and they are not under LUA. But if we are talking of the 500 plus water districts outside Metro Manila, then sakop po yan ng mandato ng Local Water Utilities Administration. So, Administrator, meron akong nalaman na yung opisina po ninyo ay nagbibigay din po ng mga loans sa mga water districts. Tama po ba ako?
Ang totoo po ay hindi kami GFI. Hindi kami financial institution to lend money. Nagkataon lang po in organizing a water district, wala pong magpapautang sa prospective income. So yung nangyari po, government infusion na tinitreat as utang kasi may return. So ang LUA din po ang nagre-regulate ng tariff na gagawin para makarecover ang gobyerno doon sa kanyang tulong financial sa mga water districts.
Okay. Si Mona, Administrator, ay isang consumer din. May mga tanong siya sa inyo and I know that you can answer these questions. Mona, tanungin mo na kay Administrator, this is your time, para matanong siya kung ano yung mga concerns. Bilang consumer naman.
Oo. So, sa consumer side po, Administrator, I'm speaking po para sa mga taong nagtatanong tungkol sa tubig natin ngayon, ano yung status. Kasi, di ba, ang tagal ng problema nito na nawawalan pa din ng tubig. Kunwari, sa morning, wala. Tapos, sa evening, babalik yung tubig. So, maraming nagtatanong, bakit? Kasi ang thinking ng Pinoy, kasi pag, umuulan naman, ba't kulang pa din yung tubig? Kasi, dati, ang alam nilang reason na parang, kulang ng tubig kasi El Nino daw. Ngayon tag-ulan naman, ba't kulang pa din? Ba't nawawalan pa din kami? So,
okay, so
yun yung gusto ko i-share na knowledge sa mga Pinoy. Bakit?
So, it has something to do with supply, Mona, no? So, Administrator, so, kayo lang po makasagot po yan.
Well, para malaman natin, yung para sa pangkaraniwang tao, ang tingin nila, pag umuulan,
yes,
may tubig. Totoo naman.
Opo.
Di ba? Sasabihin mo, may tubig ka, wala kang tubig ngayon, mamayang hapon. Kasi po, yung Metro Manila, bagamat hindi akin, at nakikita ko lang kung paano, kumukuha po siya ng tubig sa angat. Pagbaba po ng tubig, turbid po yan.
Anong ibig sabihin sa layman's term?
Yeah.
Ang tubig po, may halong lupa.
Yes.
Turbid. Kung may mga tinatawag na solid, no?
Impurities.
So, kailangan, pagdating sa lamesa mag-settle muna yun. Bago nila mahigop yung nasa taas para i-process for distribution.
Ito ba yung sinasabi nating Administrator na brown water? Medyo siya, parang brown.
Pagka minsan kasi, hindi makatiis yung mga ating mga provider dahil nagagalit ang consumer, malamang baka nabuksan nila na hindi pa nasa-settle. Kanya pag lumalabas, may kulay brown.
This answers the question ng mga mamamayan natin. Kasi tayo, bilang may alam tayo sa water system, alam natin to, pero yung mga karaniwang tao kasi, yan, thank you Administrator, nasagot mo yung question na yun na bakit minsan kulang na nga kami sa tubig, minsan na nga lang may tubig, gabi na nga lang, tapos kulay brown pa.
But it's not safe, no? It's not safe to use turbid water kasi may halong impurities yan at saka may soil yan. So, may mga particles. But my other question, Mona, is this. Administrator, ano po ba ang real status on a nationwide scale ng sistema ng tubig or domestic water, clean water sa ating bansa? In terms of policy, matter, and concerns.
Well, sa ngayon po, sabi ko nga, meron tayong 532 water districts na ang kinocover po natin is around 5 million household. Yung 5 million household po yan is equivalent to about 25 million people, which is only 25% of the population. Pag pinagsama-sama po natin ang LUWA, ang Metro Manila, ang private providers, ganyan, lahat-lahat, hanggang 46% lang po ng population ang may access sa safe water.
So,
in
Kung
other-
safe pa,
in
no?
other words, hindi umaabot sa 50%. So, where do the others get their supply
Safe
of water? Safe
Safe
water.
water.
Yan po ang tanungin natin. Minsan naglalagay sila kanya-kanyang silang poso na hindi naman safe. Minsan nasalok sila sa ano ba yan?
Well, mga ganun.
Sa ilog,
Mm-mm.
di ba?
Mhm.
Minsan sa well.
Oo.
Hindi natin malaman na kasi mga outskirts. So ang atin po ay kahit na yung ating water code ay nagsasabi ang priority ng tubig ay household, pangalawa po irrigation, hindi po natin nakikita yung paglago ng ating household connection sa tubig.
Okay, another
Kanya
question.
po kung titingnan ninyo,
Mm.
malaki pa rin ang gastos ng DOH sa waterborne diseases.
Okay.
Oh.
May tanong din tayo, no? This has been the question na palaging tinatanong din. During rainy season, di ba? Or kung may bagyo, sobra-sobra yung tubig. But unfortunately, hindi po nakokolekta ng mga supposed na magkolekta o mag-impound nitong tubig
Mag-impact.
yung excess water. So, ang nangyayari during El Nino or tagtuyot, wala tayong tubig. Administrator, ano bang dapat gawin dito para ito ay magamit naman? Sayang napupunta lang sa mga canals, napupunta lang sa dagat. And then, pag walang tubig, may scarcity problema na
Wala
tayo.
tayong ma-process.
Wala tayong mahagilap na
Oo.
tubig o makuhang tubig.
Well, kung marapatin po, kalahatan, nauuna yan sa watershed. Unang-una, watershed, wala na tayong retention sa mountain.
Mm.
So, kasi wala nang
Kahoy.
puno,
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
di ba?
Oh.
Pangalawa, yung river basin natin, wala silang impounding.
Mhm.
Wala silang impounding ng water. Pangatlo, yung ating mga dams na supposedly water impounding, pang-irrigation lang ang priority nila. So, kulang tayo talaga ng water impounding just for the household use.
Okay, so in terms of legislation, Administrator, ano ang pwede ninyong irekomenda as a policy measure para ma-address itong mga different concerns tungkol sa tubig?
Ngayon po, meron ng batas na ipinasok sa Kongreso. Ito po yung Department of Water and Water Regulatory Commission. Pumasa na po ito sa Joint Committee on Government Enterprises, tsaka Ways and Means, tsaka DPWH. Pagkatapos, pumasa na rin po sa APRO na may initial budget na 2 billion. Ito po ay siguro kasi magkakaroon ng mga
That's
collapsing of agencies
That's good.
because of overlapping functions. So ito po ay sa Senado na lang at pagka ang mga ahensyang kasama po rito ay yung watershed development, yung river basin, yung NWRB, yung water management ng DA, yung flood control ng DPWH, yung LLDA, ang MWSS, ang LUWA, ang NIA, at ano pa ba? Marami po Ngayon, nung last naming pag-virtual, may kasama pang dam management. Kasi nga nag-flooding dito sa norte dahil sa pagbukas ng mga gates, no? Tapos yung iba, sinasabi din nila, kailangan daw pa tinapokor kasi daw gumagamit ng tubig. Well, sabi ko, wag natin pag-usapan muna yan kasi siguro nasa implementing rules na yan papasok.
Okay.
Yun po ang buong laman ng bill. Kanya
Maganda po
ang
yan.
bill po ay intended to integrate water management, water governance po.
Sana mapasa na po
Mapasa.
yan ng ating Senado at Kongreso. That's a very good measure, Administrator. And I support Luwa's position on that. No? Maganda po yan. Kasi once and for all, dapat tutukan na po natin yung issues and
Main
concerns
problem to.
and infra na kailangan sa pag-improve ng water services
Mm-mm.
all over the Philippines. So, Administrator, as a final word, no, dahil hindi po natin hawak yung oras, mabilis ang oras, but malaman talaga yung interview natin kay Administrator. Sabi ko nga, garantisado pag si Jessie A. Lapus ng LUA,
Opo.
marami talagang yung isi-share sa atin. So, as a final word, Administrator, what can you say about what LUA has done under your stewardship at ano pang ma-expect natin from Jessie A. Lapus?
Well, unang-una po, yung Catanduanes, kami ang nagpadala ng aming water treatment plant doon at ito po pinasalamatan ng taga Catanduanes. Parang up to now, nandun pa kami kasi kakulangan nila ng tubig. Nung pumasok tayo rito, syempre, marami tayong ginawang para umusad yung ating ahensya. Ito po ay binabaan natin ang interest rate from 14% to 4% para maging accessible at viable naman sa mga water district. Ito po ay natanggal yung mga income ng LUA kasi ang ating pakay ay tumulong po hindi para kumita dito sa mga perang binibigay natin sa kanila.
Okay.
At hanggang ngayon,
may narinig din
nagbigay
ako.
po kami ng mga debt relief para sa ating mga water district. Kaya lang po, lahat kami, water district at LUA, ay umaasa sa pagbayad ng ating mga mamamayan.
At saka,
Ang aking pong pakiusap lang ay yung mga may kayang pangbayad ay magbayad naman po dahil kasi mawawala yung inyong water district. Mas malaking problema po pag nangawala yan.
at
Ang LUA po ay nandito para magserbisyo. Sabi nga ni Presidente, kailangan po na bawat bahay ay magkaroon ng tubig. Yan po ang inaabangan natin na sana mangyari sa lifetime natin.
Okay,
Maraming
so salamat Administrator
Thank you so
Jessie
much,
A. Lapus.
Administrator.
Kami ay na-clarify.
Opo.
Doon
Ang
sa
dami
mga
ko
issues and
natutunan
concerns.
At pati yung bill, may bill na pala, inaantay na lang na ipasa.
Department of Water, no? Sana
Oo.
matuloy na po yan, maipasa na. So, maraming salamat Administrator Jessie A.
Thank you
Lapus
po.
ng LUA at kayo po ay aming
Saludo ako kay Administrator.
sinasaluduhan, no? Dahil sa inyong kahusayan
Magandang
at
serbisyo.
dedication to public service. Maraming salamat, Administrator Lapus.
Thank you po.
Salamat po. Salamat
God
po.
bless.
Mabuhay kayo.
Nagbabalik po ang One Luna at ngayong gabi, we are so fortunate and excited to be interviewing yung ating winner ng recently concluded Miss Earth 2020. And siya po ay walang iba kundi si Miss Earth 2020 Water, Roxanne Allison Bayens. So, she is on our program One Luna right now at gusto nating bigyan si Roxanne or si Roxy ng a few minutes to say something about herself before we proceed to ask some questions regarding her recent victory sa Miss Earth 2020. Roxy?
Hello po. Thank you for having me. First off, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Roxy. We are
To
very
us.
proud of you.
Yes po, Pilipinas.
Opo. So, our audience, Roxy, consists of millennials, Gen X, senior citizens, OFW, and the general audience. So, maraming nanonood sa atin and they are very excited hearing from you. I know that you have been interviewed by many networks already, but kami sa Brown Pond Productions are really excited and happy and proud that you won Miss Earth 2020 Water. So what is the title all about? Before I'll ask the other questions regarding your preparations for the pageant.
Well, yes, of course, we have Miss Earth. That is Lindsay Coffey of USA, and we are her elemental court. So there is Miss Earth Air, Miss Earth Water, and Miss Earth Fire. So it's really fun that we have all the elements of the earth, and I feel like the title was given to me because it was my destiny. I did see the signs. I had my eco video and it gave me goosebumps that most of the areas where we shot was actually by the beaches. So I really did see the signs, and I have always been very fond of marine life. I love the beaches. I enjoyed spending time wherever there is water. So I think it's really for me. I feel like I'm a real life mermaid, and
Oh.
I'm so excited for such an amazing rain, and this is a very good advocacy that I could connect to. So
Yeah, I agree with you that the title really fits you. And I kept track of the pageant and I contributed somehow to the Miss Earth 2020 pageant because I was one of the judges for the singing competition for Asia, Oceania, and Africa before the main pageant. And I'm very excited myself that you got the title. So, as an elemental queen, you are equally ranked with the other elemental queens, right?
yes, pa.
So, it's like winning Miss Earth. There's no difference. To us Filipinos, Roxy, there's no difference. You are Miss Earth 2020.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah. And I have some questions here, and I would like you to, answer this the best you could. Hindi naman kailangan ng ano talaga, no? But this has something to do with your experience naman sa pageant, no? Pre-pageant and during the pageant. So, how was it competing for the Philippines sa Miss Earth 2020? What was the experience? Yung feeling mo when you were there? Of course, it was virtual, but there was a lot of preparation that got into it.
Yes, it was done virtually, so it's not the traditional way of pageantry. It was all new to me, just like all the other candidates. And I did have my fair share of hindrances, but I embraced the virtual pageant. I learned that you could still bloom beautifully wherever you are planted. So I told myself, this is my dream. I'm still gonna go for it. Because when it's a virtual pageant, you don't only consider your walk. You don't only review. You have to consider your lighting, your background, your internet connection. So it's harder this time. But who does not love a good challenge, diba? So
Yeah, tama.
I had a blast. It was very challenging, and since Miss Earth wants the holistic package, I had to train a lot more. I had to review so much since it's not only about the beauty or the physique, it's also the mind and the heart. So I developed that, and with a few months, I had an amazing team and a very good advocacy, and the production itself. Kudos to them for having this pageant. Kudos to Carousel, because this is a sign of resiliency. We should not. It's a lesson that we should not let a pandemic like this silence us from being spokespersons for Mother
Right.
Earth. So I'm very grateful and very humbled and very honored to take part on
I-
this 20th year. I feel like we did make history.
I can no less agree with you, Roxy. The other question is that, did you have a prior experience competing in beauty pageants prior to joining Miss Earth Philippines and then eventually bagging the elemental crown in Miss Earth 2020?
Well, I joined a few at school, and I also, since I'm a tourism graduate, I joined a pageant called Face of Tourism. And luckily, when I bagged the title, I was given the opportunity to compete internationally in Myanmar, and that's where it all started for me. I feel like that was the biggest pageant prior to Miss Earth. So it was a very great stepping stone for me. And when afterwards I felt like I could already do this, I could already join Miss Earth. So
So the experience really prepared you for Miss Earth, and I can see the enthusiasm, the interest overflowing, and of course the confidence that you have projected during the pageant, although it was virtual, was really very visible. I can really say this with full conviction because I watched the pageant and the pre-pageant, and I can say that you prepared a lot. May mga araw ba na medyo na-stress ka in the preparation for the pageant?
yes, pa, for sure. Just like every other candidate, I have to be honest, meron at meron. Kasi if there's something worth having, it's worth working hard for. So there's like a bumps and twists and twirlies along the way.
Oh.
But afterwards,
Yeah.
it's very fulfilling. So parang masasabi ko po na it's all worth it. Lahat ng pagod, lahat ng everything that we offered, not only me, my team, it was very worth it after reaching the end, and it was paid off. Like, I couldn't be happier. The fulfillment, like more than the crown and the sash, it's the fulfillment that people appreciate me as a spokesperson, as an advocate for Mother Earth.
Yeah. Now that you have bagged the crown as Miss Earth 2020 Water, how would you use that title to promote your advocacy?
Well, I could really say I saw the signs since prior to winning this title, I already worked with Pasig Rivers Rehabilitation Program, and I did mangrove reforestation with DENR. So it's related to like the waters. But my main advocacy po talaga is urban gardening and agriculture. Since when I was finding an advocacy, they said it should be something you are very passionate about and knowledge about. So I'm still gonna definitely continue advocating about urban gardening and agriculture, but I want to add some more, maybe related to our water, since I really want to embrace my title. But of course, I still want to be a holistic beauty queen. Not only the waters, I want to do it holistically. I want to speak about plastic
That's very
pollution,
good to
renewable energy.
Yeah, that's very good to hear, Roxy. And I know that since you trace your roots also in Baguio, you have so much to show in terms of advocacy. Pagagandahin mo yung Pilipinas, Roxy, because there are areas in our country na medyo nakakalbo na yung ating mga forests, and then there's fewer vegetation. But Baguio is a place na pwede nating sabihin na marami pa tayong nakikita mga kahoy, especially mga pine trees and all the vegetation. So, you are the right person to do some ambassadorial job of, reawakening the Filipino on the environment and the need to preserve our ecosystem. Yeah, Roxy? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can really use your title not only as a tourism tool or to interconnect with the different agencies, but you can influence millions of your kababayan to do, for example, tree planting, greening, regreening, and of course preserving the different ecosystems.
Yes, but I hope so. I hope they would join me with my advocacy. It would mean a lot.
Definitely, even our program will be supporting you on that. I
Thank you
myself
so
is an environmentalist. I used to teach ecology in the university before I became a lawyer, and even after I passed the bar examinations. So we need a lot of Roxanne Allison Bayens in the Philippines to promote conservation and a balanced and healthful ecology. So I'm very happy to have you in the program, Roxy. And I would like to
Happy to be here.
give you 2 to 3 minutes again to say your piece and to tell the people that they should not lose hope despite the pandemic. There's hope, and that your being a Miss Earth 2020 is a powerful driving force for them to stay positive and live with the virus and of course survive this pandemic.
Yes, well, I just want to let everybody know that yes, we are facing very challenging times, but know that we are given this life because we are strong enough to live it. I may not know exactly what all of you feel, but malalagpasan natin to. You just have to hold on, keep the faith, know that it's okay to not be okay. Take one day at a time. Don't be too hard on yourself. And with that, amidst this pandemic, I think nature is sending us a message to go back to the basics, embrace living a minimal life. If we continue to be given the gift to live, then we have to start recalibrating our actions now if we still want our home to be habitable for the next generations.
Very
The
well
silver
said.
lining of it all.
Very well
Yes.
said, Roxy. I hope our people have heard your advocacy and what you said, and that they will integrate this into their own system and do something about climate change, about global warming, and of course the need to plant more trees in our country and to conserve water, especially clean water. So I would like to congratulate you again on behalf of Brown Pond Productions and One Luna and TV Koto. You are still in Baguio, so what's your future plans pala before we end this interview?
Well, definitely. My first plan, whenever I am being asked, is to keep the trend. Of course, we see a lot of plantitos and plantitas right now. I think it's because now we are on lockdowns and people have more time. So I want the trend to continue, even though restrictions would be lifted soon when we get the vaccine. So I think planting is really cool, and planting is a very simple word, but it is what sustains billions of lives, and it's a good step towards sustainability. So this is what I recommend, and we'll see what comes next. I feel like it's going to be a very fruitful reign, and I'm going to do my best as your Earth Queen. And even when I pass my crown and sash, this is forever. I feel like it's going to stay with me forever, and the advocacy is for my entire lifetime.
Maraming salamat, Roxy. That's Roxanne Allison Bayens, ladies and gentlemen. At kami ay nagbabati sa iyo ng advance Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Salamat sa iyong pag-accept dito sa aming interview. We are very proud of you, as I've said a while ago. Continue the good things that you have been doing, lalo na now that you have won the crown.
Thank you, Attorney and Brown Pond. It's an honor to be here today, and I'm so glad to meet you. Advance Merry Christmas po, and stay safe.
Salamat, Roxy. Looking forward to meeting you personally and to congratulate
Yes
you
po, that would
personally.
be so nice. Thank you.
Salamat.
Thank you so much po.
Nagbabalik po ang One Luna dito sa studio natin sa Brown Pond Productions, at kasama ko pa rin ang aking partner and co-host na napaka makulit ito eh. Na si
Hindi
Mona
lang halata.
Yamat eh. Napakakulit at
Oo.
very intelligent po mga kaibigan. Si Mona has brought a new light into our program at mula nung mag-join siya dito eh mas lalong maraming nanonood
Ay, thank you.
ng One Luna every Thursday alas
Opo.
8 ng gabi
Opo.
dito sa FB Mona,
Sa TV ko to, official,
sa YouTube
at TV ko to channel,
at Twitter.
TV ko to official.
At meron din kaming mga ibang mga programa dito sa Brown Pond Productions and TV ko to, yung Women, every Tuesday, 10 a.m. At
Meron tayong Eagles Hour. Coming soon na po yan.
antabayanan po ninyo yan, Eagles
Opo.
Hour. So, Mona, may joke kaya tang prepare para sa atin eh.
Parang ikaw
Para
yan,
sa
attorney.
Ano bang joke ito, Mona,
Hindi.
bago tayo magpaalam dito sa programa?
Hindi, natawa lang ako, attorney. May nabasa kasi akong knock-knock.
Oh, ano yun? Ano
So,
yun? Sige,
ayan.
sige.
Try
Gusto ko
natin.
marinig yan. Sige, try natin.
Ay, ikaw ata magna-knock-knock eh. Sige, knock-knock, attorney.
Knock, knock.
Atoy, alif.
Etoy, Elif, who?
Okay. Pag ang tatawa, right? Atoy, alipin mo kahit hindi batid. Alam mo yan?
Ay, kanta pala yun eh. Hindi, pero meron din akong joke sa'yo.
Akala ko ako lang.
Sigurado ito, sasakit yung tiyan mo sa katatawa. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng pag nagkikita mga barkada and then especially pag bago yung kasama, whether a girl or a man, eh sasabihin ng isa, eh parang isang iligo lang ang diferensya ninyong dalawa. Sino bang mas sa inyo diyan? Referring to two persons or three persons na dumating. Anong understanding mo pag sinabing isang ligo lang ang diferensya?
Alam mo, dapat, attorney, kanina, kay administrator natin.
Tinanong yan.
Parang, ligo eh.
Ang problema dyan, kung hindi naliligo, hindi maintindihan kung ano.
Hindi
no?
naligo kasi walang tubig.
Ibig sabihin, yung diferensya sa itsura siguro,
yung lamang mo.
yung
ganun.
lamang mo, isang ligo lang. Pero alam mo, ang isang ligo, napakalaking diferensya na po yan.
Maligo ka nga lang, attorney eh.
Kasi yung naliligo, of course, very fresh looking yan.
Opo.
Goling-goli.
Opo.
Pero yung hindi naliligo naman, pambihira, no? Amoy pa lang, wala na. So, mga kababayan, dito sa One Luna, kami po ni Mona.
Lagi po kami naliligo.
Lagi po kami naliligo. At kanina, yung ating topic was very interesting, no?
Opo.
We had Jessie A. Lapus, administrator ng LUA, at
Opo.
marami pong diniscuss tayo sa kanya with respect to policies on water, problema sa tubig.
Opo.
And itong programang ito ay, gaya nga ng sinasabi ko, kami po ay gusto namin palaging silbihan kayo at kaya po yung aming mga topics dito, yung mga dinidiscuss natin ay puro for public interest.
Opo.
No?
Yung mga...
Mula nung episode 1 natin, 2, 3, 4, puro yan
Para sa
nagbabaga at makabuluhang topics. Ngayon, water ang diniscuss natin dito sa episode 5. And to me, that's very important because water is a basic necessity.
Oh.
Don't you agree, Mona?
Opo. Number 1 nga yan, attorney. Huwag ka nang
Hindi ba number
kumain.
2 lang
Basta,
yan?
hindi. Ano nga yan eh. Kaya mo mabuhay at least 40 days kahit di ka kumakain basta may tubig ka.
Ay, pero ako naman gusto ko,
Pagkain pa rin.
no, hindi. Kung pwede, nandyan silang parehas.
Okay.
Merong
Kung isa lang.
pagkain, merong water.
Oh, isa lang,
I don't
attorney.
want to make a choice Kung pwede, nandyan silang dalawa.
Opo.
Di ba?
Oo.
So, mga kababayan, dito sa One Luna, kayo po ay hindi lang namin ini-inform at ini-educate, but we also make you laugh. Hopefully, Mona, mas marami kang kargang jokes next
Opo.
time
Next
sa ating
time.
episode 6. No? Tayo hindi pwedeng i-compare because you're a woman, I'm a man. Hindi
Opo.
pwedeng sabihin isang ligo lang ang diferensya. Pero kung parehas kayo, parehas kayong babae o parehas kayong lalaki,
Opo.
pwede kayong magkantsawan at sabihin, pare, isang ligo lang ang diferensya mo sa akin.
Opo.
Or mare, isang ligo lang ang diferensya mo sa akin.
Opo.
So, I hope nakapagdulot kami ng aral at saka nagbigay ng informasyon sa inyo dito sa One Luna Episode 6. Ang topic natin is about water. So, hanggang sa muli dito sa ating programa at bago yon, gusto natin anyayahan uli yung ating mga supporters sa FB, pwede po kaming mapanood sa @TV Koto Official
Tapos sa YouTube channel po natin at TV Kuto channel
at sa Twitter, Mona.
at TV Kuto Official.
Tapos may mga programa
Oo.
din tayo dito sa Brown Pond, yung Women, tuwing Martes, alas 10 ng umaga. And coming soon,
Yung Eagles Hour.
okay, so
Huwag nilang kalimutan na every Webes po, alas 8 ng gabi, ang One Luna. Dun sa mga channels na sinabi
So
namin.
mga kawan Luna, hanggang sa muli, ito po si Attorney Manuelito Manny Luna. Let's do the sign, the One Luna, sign.
Ingat po kayo.
Ingat po kayo.